If you don't know who you are, you're living in a state of separation. The only way to know who you are is to see and experience that you are part of everything. You are not even part of, you're so intricately connected with everything that the only way you can really describe it is that you don't exist at all. You don't exist as a separate entity at all. This makes you understand your connection to the earth, and that the earth is alive, and to all the beings around you, and that they're alive, and able to really see and enjoy the way that unity works together. If you don't know who you are, you're living in a state of separation. That's just a basic given in all of Buddhist studies, mystical studies. And this state of separation is very destructive, especially when you have a whole society that is living under this illusion of separation. Because then you feel like it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't really matter how you participate. As a matter of fact, when you're a separate entity, you can't really fully participate in anything, because everything is seen as objects, like objects for your manipulation. That's kind of our definition of narcissism. And really, narcissism is that feeling of separation from everything. And it's a very painful feeling. We like to really get on narcissist's case, but first of all, let's admit everyone is a narcissist, because almost everyone feels this sense of separation. It's just how actively we pursue trying to solve the sense of separation through separation itself. You can't come back to unity by trying to put all sorts of little pieces of separation together. So the key, and this is why Nisargadatta always talked about, who are you? Who are you? The key is knowing who you are. The disease is not knowing who you are. So how do you step into that knowing? I think the very first thing to do is just know that it's available. Obviously, knowing who you are is available. It's like the given, it's like the default of a human being to know who you are. There's no words that can describe it, and no words are needed to describe it, because who you are is that energy inside you that's able to use words. It's not the words itself. But just know that this is the basic default thing that everyone needs to experience, who they are. And as soon as you know who you are, then you are operating within a universe that wants you, within a universe that understands you. You also want yourself, because there's nothing more magnificent than seeing your blendedness into all. Do you know who you are? That should be the basic question all the time. And you need to get to a point where there's a definite yes, where nothing can ever convince you that you don't know who you are, because you do know who you are. And it's so simple. The blended in to everything. So do you know who you are? Look for a giant yes to that question.